What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. What an incredibly dramatic win in our last game, beating West Ham in the FA Cup quarter-finals to head to Wembley, where we'll take on Liverpool. That will come today, that big FA Cup semi-final. Before we get there though, huge games in the Premier League, starting off with this. Nuno's Nottingham Forest coming to Old Trafford right now on a 10-game unbeaten run in all competitions, but just a few games to go in the Premier League, still in the top four. And to be fair, haven't really talked about this, only 2 points off Liverpool in pole position right now. All I'm thinking about though is second, third and fourth. Big win here will help us get there. First game today, Forest at home. One of the most open title races I've been involved in a career mode season for a long time. Even Aston Villa in 8th still technically have a shot, which is mental to think of. But again, I'm only really thinking myself of that top 4 place. Yes, of course, you want to win that first Premier League title in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era at some point, but right now, take it in stages. Champions League is what we want first. Not the trophy, but just to be playing it. Kubo, who is third of the year, gives the Red Devils the lead 10 minutes in. Perfect start. We've actually got Liverpool on the weekend at Anfield. Massive game here. So this one on Wednesday night, had to make some changes, especially after being taken to extra time against West Ham. As Morgan gives White fine space and is denied by James Trafford. Yeah, great unbeaten run in all competitions, 10 straight, as things stand going for 11, but it's only a matter of time before it does come to an end. We know that form is so OP, so just got to keep it going for as long as you can. Because you know when it does come to an end, it's so hard to get back on the winning wagon. And as the second half begins and we still find ourselves leading by 1. If we've got to grind out 1-0s all the way to CL football, no one is going to complain. But I want to take Sanchez off at some point, man. The poor guy has to play literally every single game for me, and the majority of the minutes as well. I just don't have a competent backup striker. I've got that Cameron Harder lad, but I've only scored 2 goals with him all season long, and none in the league. So poor Sanchez has to play every single game. Next season, I'm already thinking next season, that's going to be one of my big targets. A new backup striker. Oh, great save, Trafford, who I can put in for Sanchez when the ex-Bilbao man desperately needs a breather. Like right now. Oh, has that gone in? It has indeed. I thought Murillo got it off the line, but I want to see that. I'll go to a goal decision system. To me, I thought Murillo poked it away on time. We're not even going to get the goal decision system. Header comes in. Trafford gets beaten. Well, okay, so we'll see it from this angle here. I thought Murillo got his leg across. Surely. Oh no, it's behind the line. That's why I was gonna say if he still had his leg on the line, it couldn't have been a goal. Why did he move it back? Agent Murillo, what's he doing? Why would you move your leg back there? If you just stand where you are and just pop it to the side, it's a goal line clearance. Oh, what a ball! Why would you move the leg back? As Liam Delap is denied by Trafford, and we are lucky to still be leading in this game, man. 24 minutes to go. I've had a bit of a shocker out there. Yeah, we might have had the lead, but really it's been all Forest. Heaven does well. Dorgu does better. As things stand, you've got to try and grind out the point here. Forest looking to win this late here, which they would deserve, really. Gives White, slides it through. Grimaldo denied. What a save, Trafford. And we are just going to hold on to the ball and take the point. If not for James Trafford, we would have lost this game and our unbeaten run would have come to an end. Yes, it's 2 points dropped technically, but really we are lucky to even be claiming 1. We got away with it in the capital against West Ham. Lightning rarely strikes twice. We don't get away with it here. Right, let's jump straight out of that thriller and into the next one. And this is surely the biggest league game of the season remaining. 8 games to play. We played a game extra most teams in the division, including these guys right now. Top of the table, Liverpool at Anfield. Heading into this one against the champions in real life. Well, based on that kind of performance, I don't think we've got much chance here. I'll certainly take the point again, though, extending the unbeaten run, at least still technically staying in the title race. Liverpool away at Anfield next. Absolutely got away with that, man. That should have been a big loss there, but instead still undefeated. However, with Liverpool chasing the title, taking us on, sensing blood, I don't think we're going to get away with it again. Literally right from kickoff, a goal down. Boldo with the opener. Liverpool lead early. What a time to get your first goal of the season, as you see there in the top left. As the ex-Barcelona man gives Liverpool the lead. Of course, Barca title winners this year in real life now, as we know. Congrats to them. And it's amazing when you think about how young that team is, man. As Vic tries to poke it through and Delit is there. But Lamine Yamal obviously is the main youngster there. But Lamine Yamal, 2 La Ligas before the time he's hit 18. And that's a ridiculous stat, isn't it? As Curtis Jones almost made it to 2 La Liga titles before the age of 18. He's obviously won a Copa del Rey, a Euros. I mean, honestly, man, that kid is literally living like a fantasy life, isn't he? But fair play, generational talent. And certainly so fun to watch. Anyway, what's not fun to watch right now is this first half for Manchester United. 20 minutes in, we're a goal down, could have been 2-0 down. Half an hour ago, still down by 1, but don't get it twisted, it really doesn't feel like it. And it isn't now either. Vic onside, no flag, and there it is. He didn't score against me in a reverse fixture, but Liney ain't going to strike twice. He always scores against me. Gyökeres makes it 2. Reds are getting the win. Barely been hanging on recently, so not surprised by this at all. We're just getting a bit tired out there now. And we know that squad depth is the issue. Yes, Angel Gomez has come back from injury, but now regaining his sharpness. Not ready just yet to be playing full 90. And yeah, didn't really fancy my chances pre-game. 18 minutes to go. There is 0 chance of us battling back here. It's going to be a third goal. It's going to be Liverpool. And it might all come here too. Cody Gakpo gets away. Gakpo! A day to remember for Liverpool fans. An afternoon to forget for the Red Devils. I think this game here ends any chance of us winning a Premier League title in our first season. Mathematically sure we'll still have a chance, but come on, let's be realistic. It's definitely ended here. We knew it was coming at some point. Unbeaten run coming to an end, and it's came to an end in embarrassing fashion. Absolutely thrashed out there. 7 points behind, much worse goal difference, and we've played a game extra as well. No doubt about it now. We are not getting back in this title race, but after dropping to 5th, if we are to get back into Champions League places, we have to return to winning ways. None in our last 2 games. Big loss there at Anfield, and now if there was ever a time for this game to come round, it's not this time. I want Leicester away at the King Power, my first return to our former club. Right now, in mid-table, heading into this game, they still have technically an outside shot at European football themselves, but for us, it is what you call must win, not just must not lose. Leicester away at the King Power on my return. The pressure is on, knees starting to buckle, big loss there at Anfield, ending the unbeaten sequence outside the top 4. These are the games you live for, man. These are the games that are just so fun. How often do I say it, man, but I want EA to give these games a bit of an extra edge somehow. They can do so via the presentation, the gameplay, great save Trafford, and the interactions between players and managers and officials as well. But to be honest, I wouldn't care one bit if this ends up being a dull 1-0 where we score a last-minute deflected winner, as long as we do win. Hannibal! Sanchez! Sanchez! Come on! Red Devils in front! 14 minutes in! Got to be back in the Champions League for next season. It really is that integral. And don't get me wrong, as much as I want that FA Cup, you see what it means to Crystal Palace after winning it on the weekend. Look, we'll get more chances for the FA Cup. Oh, I can't stand this new thing that EA have done. We'll get more chances for a big domestic honour like that. But you can't be outside the Champions League for multiple seasons when you are a big European club. Manchester United are. And we've got to prove that. Jadon Sancho denied by Ramsdale, and Leicester get it away. Because the thing is, it hurts the brand. Like, if you're not playing amongst the elite, then you're not going to be seen as an elite yourself, despite your club stature. And so that's the key for us. We've got to gain our reputation back and rebuild it after it's taken a bit of a hit in the past decade or so. And I was reading about Cristiano Ronaldo. A good example there is that Cristiano Ronaldo is considering leaving Al Nassr, the club he plays for in Saudi Arabia, because they failed to qualify for next season's Asian Champions League. And for Ronaldo, he's not just an athlete, he's not just an incredible footballer, but also he's a global brand. Ronaldo is a brand as much as he is a player, and so it's going to hurt his brand not playing at a top level in that Asian Champions League. If they would have qualified for it, he probably would have stayed at Al Nassr, especially until he reaches that, oh, great save Ramsdale, 1,000th career goal. So we have to rebuild our reputation. The best way of doing that, showing you're still a European elite, is playing amongst the European elites, as Ramsdale again keeps it at 1-0. No, Buonanotte through the gap with Durasimli's not. Oh, he's going to get away. No. Oh, brilliant. What a run. What a finish. He did that for me. Now he's done it against me. Leicester level it. This is the overpoweringness of form we often talk about, man. when you are on a run, you feel like you can beat anyone, anywhere. When you're starting to slip up, it's so hard to get back on the winning wagon, even with how well you've played. Larson! Instant response! He's come up big a couple of times this season. He's done it again. He has been sneakily clutch this season, Hugo Larson. He scored a couple of really important goals, and that's one of the biggest as well. A game winner with 20 to play. The Red Devils will hold on and get back to winning ways as I'll return to the King Power and leave with all 3 points. Sorry, Foxes. I know you want European football. I'd love to see you get there, but not if it comes to the expense of us qualifying for the Champions League. Right, straight out of this one, on to the next one. Following contest, taking on Leeds. We return to Old Trafford, heading into this one, needing to get back-to-back wins in the league for the first time in a few weeks. Only way we stay in contention for Champions League football is by winning consistently. Let's follow on with our big 3 points here. Consistency is the name of the game in a season, as we know. That's got to be offside, surely. No? Wow, flag stayed down. I thought for sure he was off there, Joel. Flag stayed down, and thankfully Trafford bails me out. But yeah, you can't just win one. We say this all the time, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I really am a firm believer in this. Consistency is key if you want not just short-term success, but long-term success. Dear oh dear. You've got to do it game after game. I guess in some cases, year after year. That's going to be 1-0. Ain't going to miss twice. Joel with the opener. Definitely onside for that moment. Leeds strike first 10 minutes in. You can just feel it right now. We're running out of steam, you know. And that's so often the case in a long season where mental and physical fatigue takes its toll right towards the end. And especially on squads with lower amounts of squad depth. Granted, right now, we're lucky to not have any injuries. And I know I'm tempting fate by saying that. Larson, keep going. What a ball, Sanchez. What a ball, Sanchez. And Larson. Oh, this guy, I tell you, when I really need a goal, he just pops up in the area like Frank Lampard. 1-1, level by the Swede. He has been big for me this season, Hugo Larson. Really big. And you think about the investment in CM for us this season. I mean, granted, Elliot Anderson's turned into a right back, but Daniel, Hannibal, and Angel Gomez. There's a reason why I've gone with Larson over the free the majority of the time. And there's also a big reason why this guy is always in my starting 11. Sanchez again. Joel Perot, the goal scorer, dispossessed by Ted N. And Ugarte to tap over as we'll pass our way out. Still leading by 1. And as things stand once more, it'll be a 1-goal victory, but a victory regardless that keeps us in the hunt for the top 4. FA Cup semi directly after this. We do not want to go into it with only 1 win in 4 games. So let's make sure that's not the case by holding on to the win here. Lovely slip ball through. Ugarte, Sanchez, great touch, great turn. Better finish, and that should be the case now. 2-goal lead given, 23 minutes to go. Manchester United with back-to-back wins. I think what I'm going to do as well is up the injury sliders heading into that FA Cup semi-final as well, because you know we have had a couple of injuries this season. Obviously, Gomez was down for 2 months. Dorgu missed a month's worth of football as well. We've had a few knocks here and there too, but yeah, I think we need a couple more injuries. Granted, we're not playing European football, so we should get more next season. But yeah, I feel as though it's time to up the injury sliders a little bit. And I often say this, but like sometimes people ask me for tips on how to make the game more enjoyable, and that is my biggest tip of the lot. I can give you loads of tips that I think make the game more fun to play, but that's the biggest one of the bunch. Up the injury sliders and make it more challenging and harder for yourself, but also the key, make it more realistic too. Cross to the middle, headed up in the air. Joel gets a wonderful volley in on goal, and maybe I spoke too soon. 3-2. Well, I've taken off Sanchez, so we better close this out because we're not going to score again with Voyan on the bench. And Tyler says, are you sure about that? Are you sure? Yes, he is sure about that because I'm going to go to the corner instead. Game management, man. See the 3 points out. It might only be a 1-goal victory, but it's a victory regardless, and we will take it. Yeah, I know what to stake here, man. Listen, if we were on a great unbeaten run, if we were 7 points clear of 5th place, I would have gone for another goal there. But sometimes you just need to know when to say, guys, the win is ours if we keep possession. That's what we're going to do. Big 3-2 win against Leeds. Massive, massive victory and staying in the hunt for a top 4 place. Right then, here we go. Biggest game since I've joined Manchester United, and it's not even close. We just got thrashed by them at Anfield, but this is Wembley. FA Cup semi-final, my second in 2 years with two different teams. Last season came up short to Aston Villa, who went on to win the whole competition. This is the only competition we can win, so if we are going to win it, we got to get through this. Liverpool at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final. Devil's advocate, but if we don't qualify for the Champions League, and we fail to win the FA Cup, am I out of a job? Is that me done? Is it a one and done? I mean, possibly. Possibly. I'd like to think that the board will be lenient. It's the first season of a rebuild, you know, and we've certainly done better than Manchester United last season, regardless of how the season finishes from here. But, I don't know, man. I don't know what they'll say if we fail to it either. Ooh, Gabriel heads just off target of our domestic objectives. Try not to think about it, though, because as things stand, we could still do both. It's Jones through the gap, Gyökeres, and it's Tapsoba coming across. Don't foul him because he's on a booking. Finds Cody through the gap. What a save, Trafford. What a save, Trafford. Closing down the angles, getting down quickly, making the stop, but again I'm needing my number one to bail me out. First half where Liverpool have been on top, and it's only a matter of time before they have the breakthrough, you feel. Just got to survive the half, still deadlocked, if we can. As Yildiz drags it back, Gyökeres gets it back off Gakpo, tackled and cleared. I have to say, not only did we hold on to the half, we held on to the final whistle. That second half had literally nothing in it whatsoever. And as things stand, we're going to penalties. 30 more minutes to play, but I think that's my best strategy right now. Play for the spot kicks and hope for the best. I'm going to bring on Hannibal, who of course scored a goal in extra time to help us get the win over West Ham. But to be honest here, I don't really know what else to change, because, I mean, I could possibly bring on Kubo for Susak. In fact, I might do that on that right-hand side. Susak's on a bit of a goal drought right now. But otherwise, I mean, I'm looking at the bench and just thinking I'd rather stick with the first 11 right now as extra time gets underway. Well, we got through the quarters in extra time. Is Lightning going to strike twice, or will Liverpool's class pay off in these final 30 minutes? If it does... Oh, hang on. Sanchez! Yes, come on! Oyan Sanchez gives us the lead. Only shot on target in the game, and it might send us through to the final. Come on! Game springing into life in extra time after a really poor second half. Gabriel's header goes well wide of Trafford's post. And as things stand, you see the sweat pouring down my face right now. Or is it rain? I think it's rain, to be honest. But I feel like I'm sweating right now. I'm sweating gripping the controller because we've got 5 minutes of the first half to play. And as things stand, we're going to hold a lead. Oh, Kubo. Heading into the second half of extra time. And we might even take a 2-goal lead. Oh, we will! Jadon Sancho beats Mamardashvili, and Manchester United are top at Wembley. Oh, no. Right from kick-off, Harvey Elliott chips Trafford, Murillo off the line. James gets back to make the save and pounds on the rebound. Where was this in the second half of normal time? We've had more chances in 15 minutes than we did in 90. We've got 15 more minutes and keep Liverpool at bay, and we will be through to the FA Cup final, and my first in manager history. Evan Nilsson for Liverpool, looking for space, finds Harvey Elliott. What a goal. What a goal by the former Fulham boy. Clips it off the bar, and to be fair, it's no less than Liverpool deserve. They've been a better team here at Wembley, and they've finally got a goal to show for it. 10 minutes to hold on to a place in the cup final. We've got 4 minutes to go, and I'm just trying to keep the ball in the corner, really. There might even be a chance here for... No, don't risk it. Don't risk it. Mate, you are 1 goal up against, right now, the best team in the country in the FA Cup semi-final. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. Just close it out. Yep, that's going to do it. Ball might be clear, but there's not enough time. Manchester United are heading to the FA Cup final. Come on! Humiliated at Anfield. Pull it out at Wembley, and for the first time in my career, I'm heading to a cup final with a shot at silverware against either Chelsea or Wolves. Absolutely buzzing, come on! And that'll do it for today's episode of the Realistic Crew as well, guys. So massive thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And it will be Chelsea in the FA Cup final then, because somehow both games have been played on the same day. Oh man, EA really need to fix that. But with Chelsea in the FA Cup final, and we'll return with that in the next one in the penultimate episode of the season, where we'll play most of the final 5 league games as well. Right now, outside the top 4 on goal difference, and 5 behind Liverpool, who lead the way. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode with our first cup final of the save as we go for the FA Cup against Chelsea very soon.